So let's go through those 4 questions to help you determine if you have a brand, why you have a brand, and if that's the same thing you want to do in the future. Question number 1. Do you find yourself deliberately introducing an element or a style to everything you do? In other words, if you're a painter, do you only paint in watercolor? Not because you love watercolor, but because people will be able to say, oh, she's a watercolorist who paints seascapes. And do you do that? Do you put that element, and in this case style, watercolor was an element, and so was subject, seascapes, because you feel like you must or because you want to? Are you adding the element because you think you have to? Nothing wrong with that, maybe. Nothing right with that, maybe. The question isn't right and wrong. The question is, do you deliberately do it? Do you understand why you do it? And do you like the result of doing it? Number 2 question about brand. Some people have brands that evolve naturally. In other words, they do the work they want to do, and it just so happens they're drawn to something similar. If you read John Irving's early novels, wrestlers come up a lot. New England comes up a lot. Bears come up a lot. Did he add those things because they were deliberate or because they were things that were important to his life? Well, he was a wrestler. He was from New England. The question begins, is it organic or is it forced? Which leads me to question number 3 about branding. Do you find yourself creating an artificial brand? I'll call it an umbrella. So that you can put all the different pieces of what you do neatly under this brand because you know you must. Maybe you paint seascapes in water and you also make hand pieces out of wax of animals that you sell to children. And you're also ... But because that doesn't work, right? You don't have a quick something that you can share with somebody. You're not the watercolorist who paints seascapes. You're the artist who does all sorts of different stuff. You create some kind of artificial construct. And then you force everything to fit under it because now you can use the construct. So you're the left-handed artist. I only do pictures of people who are left-handed. Some of them are wax, some of them are painting water, to match my previous example. But now you've given it this left-handed theme so that you can talk about that as your brand. But the art isn't really about that at all, is it? It's an artificial construct. Then finally, the 4th question is, are you the kind of artist who has no brand? When somebody asks you what kind of art you make, you can't answer in 30 seconds. You don't have an elevator pitch. You have to actually take the time to say, well, I find myself interested in a lot of different kinds of art. The question really is, what do you want brand to do for you or not? And now I'm going to answer the question that I said I would answer at the beginning, where I stand. I am not a brand. I am that voice screaming in your head that says, do not give in, do not give up. Do not believe you must have a brand, or that you must do anything. Learn to trust your own ability to see the world, make sense of it, make choices, step up to the plate, celebrate who you are, and then make the world conform to you.